I'll start again. Hello everybody at Sporting Bet, how are you? Sorry for the delayed installment of this video. That I'm not sure anybody's watching it, anybody out there. But I thought I'll think it's certain. There's a couple of interesting if Everton.
Just the most entertaining part of this video is to actually spending the time having a look at some of them. One of them is I have not anybody games versus teams space higher than 12 this season, and it was interesting the gaseosa, as we call it, gaseosa effect of Martin O'Neill arriving, because they have won only 2 of the last 5 games in all competitions, which is typical of a team that sees a new manager. They just basically charge the batteries, play a little bit better, but then it ends up being where it deserves to be, which I think is safety in the case of Sunderland this season. Everton, on the other hand, he came on the back of defeat at the derby, but it was 10 consecutive games without a defeat before that, so you would say they've hit form, and at home I see them beating Sunderland. That's right, Sunderland have lost both of the last 2 trips to Goodison Park 2-0, and it could well be that kind of result. I do like David Moyes. We mentioned it in the past. I know that he hasn't got many funds, but in any case, he's made his team very competitive, no matter what. We've said it many times as well. A team is the mirror of the manager, and the manager that Everton has got at the moment is somebody who doesn't like to lose. You don't want to see his face when you've lost. So that fear of losing, if a competitive team loses that, they lose everything. They do have that fear of losing. So I do see Everton going far in the FA Cup, because in the league, they'll be mid-table this year, and that will be it. The other interesting one is, of course, Spurs Bolton, and Spurs have got a chance of doing history, if you like, here, going far into the FA Cup without the 2 Manchester teams, without Arsenal, and they're going to go for it. But interestingly enough, and that's the start of this game, I think, Bolton have scored a couple of goals in average in every FA Cup tie this season, which means that they probably don't feel they don't have anything to lose, so they go for it. So it could be a box to box kind of football kind of game, which will be interesting, and I'll be watching. But Spurs have been winning at both half times and full time in the last 5 home matches against Bolton in all competitions. Spurs have won their last 5 home matches against Bolton in all competitions. Spurs have scored at least 2 goals in 7 of the last 9 matches against Bolton in all competitions. I'm not sure it'll be a 3-0 as we saw, I think, early in the season, but in any case, it will be, I think, a Spurs victory by a couple of goals. So that's for England. Let me have a look at what we got in Spain and what we can choose from it. For instance, Sevilla-Barcelona is interesting, and not so much for Barcelona, although it's a very difficult week for Barcelona with the news of Vidal needing a liver transplant, which is an interesting, it's a sad situation, but also you cannot even guess if he's going to return. It's not even important. It's about him surviving. He needs a transplant. He's up in the list of priorities. I think he is himself in a list in Spain and one in France, but because he's based in Spain, he'll probably be operated here as soon as he gets that transplant. And I believe it's one of those situations where once he got it, it needs to be done within 3 hours. So it has affected everybody at Barcelona. Pep Guardiola did a lovely speech in front of everybody. Vidal was the one cheating everybody up, but you can say it's been hard. It's hit people hard. I had lunch with one of the players just after he was told, and he was affected. But in a way, it's their chance to actually get the 3 points for Vidal. It is a difficult game. Sevilla come on the back of 2 victories I think it's 2 draws and 1 defeat in 5 games since Mitchell arrived, and basically the chairman feels that the players are not giving their best, and he's told them that face to face about a month ago, but this week he's actually said it publicly. So it's all eyes on the players, and he's demanded, like fans do as well, a bit more from this team. One of the big budgets in Spain, but failing to challenge for the top 4. So that would be interesting. I think it could be one where Barcelona drops points, even though Sevilla, with a Reyes that's getting better, with Palop on goal who looks good as well, they just sometimes don't have 90 minutes in them. But it would be interesting. Could be a draw perhaps. And then what a game on Sunday, Athletic Bilbao Valencia. And Real Madrid Malaga will be on the Sky, but Athletic Bilbao Valencia, what can you say about Athletic Bilbao? Brave. Pep Guardiola said this week that Bielsa is the best coach in the world at the moment, and I know what he means. He's trying to say that actually he got hold of a team that had certain characteristics, but he's made them better in a very short space of time. He's made them believe in what his philosophy is, which is an honest way of playing football, both in terms of fair play. They don't roll around, they don't dive, they don't waste time, but also in terms of they just go for the goal constantly, even if they are 3-0 up or 3-0 down. That's Bielsa, and that's his team. And as Pep said, it's a privilege to actually be able to see one of his teams in action every week, and that will be another chance. Athletic Bilbao Valencia. Valencia, on the other hand, there's a mini crisis going on with lack of trust in the manager from the fans. Now the board feels that perhaps it's the end of a cycle. In the meantime, Unai Emery, who's lived this before, is just trying to do his job. Obviously, the missing Banega is a big miss, but Tino Costa looks all right in that position. Soldado's got to score again, and generally they're 2 teams that there's not much difference between them. And of course, a victory of Athletic Bilbao will bring them closer to the target this season, which is a top 4. And Valencia may have to be thinking about making sure that they don't drop too much their level, because there's 2 or 3 teams, Athletic Bilbao being one, Espanyol being another one, Atletico Madrid, that are getting points and getting closer to them. So fascinating game. Well, that's it for now. Again, sorry to all the Sporting Bet friends that this came out so late, but that's it. There it is. I'm going to send it now. Cheers.